Today we're going to learn how to partition a rectangle into rows and columns. Boys and girls, a rectangle can be partitioned or divided or cut apart into rows. You can see that this rectangle has been partitioned into 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. I have 4 spaces, 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows there that I partitioned my rectangle into. Now I'm going to take this same rectangle and partition it a little bit more into not only my 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, but now I'm also going to partition it into 2 columns. Columns go up and down, also known as vertical. So 1 column, 2 columns, up and down or vertical. And rows go side to side, east to west, horizontal. So I have 1 horizontal row, 2, 3, 4 rows. Boys and girls, I'm noticing something though. Miss Staff said that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, but I don't have 4 lines. I drew 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines. So when I'm counting the rows, I'm not counting the lines, because if I did, I'd say I have 1, 2, 3 rows. Are there 3 rows? No. A row is the space. 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. I have 2 columns. 1, 2. But I only drew how many lines? I only drew 1 line straight down, vertical. But I have 2 columns. So this made me think to myself, what in my house can also be divided into rows and columns? I thought about the paper that you write on. The paper that you write on naturally has rows. These lines in between them, that is called a row. I thought about something else. I want Brooke and Blake to play some games while we're at home since it's raining outside. But we had all that sunshine, so we really can't complain. I thought about this game, Connect 4. Have you ever played this game? I love it. I noticed that on this game, I'm counting my rows. Remember, rows go straight across. I'm counting 1, 2, 3 rows of Connect 4 pieces. 3 rows, 1, 2, 3. But then I'm trying to figure out how many columns I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns, but I have 3 rows. 3 rows, 7 columns. How many checker pieces do I have? Well, I could just count them. I can just write it down real quick. I have 7 rows. 7 rows. And I have 3 columns. I wonder how many checker pieces I have if I have 7 rows and 3 columns. Boys and girls, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to count by 3s. Who knows how to count by 3s? I know we count by 2s all the time, but we can also count by 3s. I'm going to do it now. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. I have 21 checkers. 3 rows and 7 columns equals 21 checkers. Boys and girls, if I were creating a game board, I might want to take a rectangle and partition it into different amounts or different sizes. That's going to be your assignment for today. I want you to take a rectangle, which is pretty cool because all you really need is a sheet of paper. That's a rectangle. And I want you to partition it into rows and columns. Now, the cool thing is that when you partition a rectangle, you're basically making squares. So I'm taking this right here, and if you notice, I partitioned it into 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. And then I'm going to draw 2 lines straight across. And let's see how many squares I get. Now, am I doing it perfectly? No, but I want to try my best. Not quite my best, but I'll do it better for the next one. I have 4 columns and 1, 2, 3 rows. How many squares do I have? I think I'll count by 3s again. That was interesting. Didn't mean to do that. Let's count 3, 6, 9, 12. I have 12 squares. I have 12 squares that made up one whole rectangle. Now, boys and girls, the thing about it is that I can't just leave it like this because these squares are not equal. So I did not partition my rectangle into equal sizes. So that's not fair. It's like if I said, these 2 rectangles right here, are they the same size? No, Miss Taft, they're not the same size. They need to be equal or the same size. Now that you've had that lesson on partitioning rectangles into rows and columns in order to make small squares, I want to challenge you to create your very own game board. Kind of like the one that I like to play, Scrabble. Have you ever played Scrabble? Well, basically, the makers of Scrabble created their game board from a big rectangle that they partitioned into rows and columns, which made small squares. Now, on this game board, there are a ton of squares. Let's go ahead and keep ours down to 15, 20, 25, 30 at the most. And also, let's go ahead and use a regular sheet of paper. You can use regular paper, you can use construction paper. Guys, I want you to get creative, but go ahead and make straight horizontal lines and straight vertical lines in order to partition your rectangle. Get those crayons out. Maybe you might want to even glue something. I don't know. Be creative with whatever your folks will allow you to use. And you know what? If you're super duper creative, which I know all of you guys are, you could actually not only make a game board, but you could make a math game that we can play when we get back to school. I'm so excited to see what you guys have done. Go ahead and upload a picture of your game board to our eClass page, or upload it to Class Dojo, or send me a text. And I cannot wait to see them. And I'm also going to put some of them out there so that you all can look at each other's and give each other some fist bumps, some thumbs up, and give each other some great comments. All right, guys, have an awesome day. Be excellent on purpose, and do a great job on your work. Talk to you later. See you on the next video. Bye.